Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast, coming to you from the Bentley Sportsbook inside the new Southland Casino and Hotel. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Today's show is presented by Bentley Online Sportsbook. Download the Bentley Online state-specific Sportsbook app today from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Odds Brothers. You know,
that's us. Yes.
Along with Moneyline Mark, I'm Point Spread Shane. It's the wrap-up on a WTF Monday here on the Odds Brothers.
Woo!
I know. How about that, huh?
I know.
So we'll see how this goes. Word is
hopefully well.
Soon to YouTube is actually like now. So we'll see, hopefully.
Welcome, YouTube fans.
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Episode 18 here. On Mondays, we recap what happened in the NFL, our Pick 6, which we have a disclaimer this week.
Yeah, that's right.
That.
Disclaimer alert. What did he call it last week?
What was that?
Point spread alert or alternate points alert or something?
Oh, yeah, alternate line.
That's right.
The alternate line alert.
Yeah, we have an alternate alert.
And we'll explain what that is.
Yes.
All right, but first, keep in mind, we are broadcasting from the Bentley Sportsbook inside Southland Casino and Hotel. Have shows on Monday and Friday. Friday's basically our pick show. Monday's our recap show right now. If you're around the Sportsbook, around lunchtime, give or take, you might catch us in the act.
That's right. Mondays have a little smaller crowd than Friday's crowd, but there's still some folks staring at us like we're in a zoo. That's awesome.
Must be all the lights. But in any case, if you want to come on by and say hi, you can. We'll give you all the details on where to catch the show. But in the meantime, if you are kind of interested in the mobile app and would like to know what kind of incentives we have for you to try our mobile app, what do you got for the Bentley Arkansas and Tennessee app, by the way?
That's right. So the current promotion going on, it's always going on, so it's not like it's going to run out anytime soon. We have a $250 risk-free first bet. Your first bet must be at least $10 up to $250, and the odds must be minus 250 or greater. If your ticket is a loser and you have met all the minimum requirements, you will win one free bet up to the amount you wagered, which, of course, can't get any higher than $250. You can do this in Tennessee on the mobile app, or you can do this in Arkansas on the mobile app. Just because you do it in one state doesn't mean you can't do it in the other.
That's right. Keep in mind you just have to get two accounts because
two accounts.
They're not a shared wallet yet.
Not yet.
One day we hear that's going to be a possibility.
That's right.
But in the meantime, hey, that's basically $500 in risk-free bets.
That's right.
Give it a shot.
Come on. It's $500.
Now, I can tell you would have needed it if you listened to my picks for the NFL on Sunday.
Woo! Yeah, say, where are we going? We're going straight to that? We're going to do some recap first?
We're going to do some recap of the WTF.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, and what a great way to start a WTF Monday with the Lions at the Vikings. Lions had this game pretty much 3.5 quarters, and then they do what Lions normally do. They choke it up. They lose 28-24. And, the Vikings, they didn't cover. I think they were a 6-point favorite at home.
Yeah, they didn't cover.
So if you did take Detroit and the points, you somehow still backdoored that baby. But I didn't do either. I mean, that wasn't the game that killed me. But the one thing that was interesting is that for a team that I thought for sure was going to win the NFC North, meaning the Vikings, not looking so good right now.
Wow. Yeah, you put a lot of weight on them, didn't you?
I don't know about a lot, but I thought they obviously have the offense that matched up head-to-head against the Packers would seem like they would have the edge there with the receiving core, the running back, all that. But they have Kirky Cousins.
Yeah. Which Cousins is he from week to week?
It must be like the third or fourth string Cousins down there, like the ones you barely see that show
right.
up once.
That's what I'm saying.
Barbecue when they weren't invited.
That's right.
Cousins. Yeah. So that was them. Ravens and Patriots, 37-26. The Ravens take that down. Actually, it didn't seem to be that close for a while, and then the Patriots had a shot. at the end to threaten. But alas, Lamar Jackson, another 5 touchdowns. He said he bet on himself for that contract. He's looking pretty good right now.
At least the Ravens played all 4 quarters this time.
Yeah.
That was key.
Yeah, because last time they played 3 1/4 maybe.
Maybe.
And then the Dolphins came to
That's right.
whoop them down there. So 37-26. Ravens were favored by just over a field goal or around that range, so they cover that and look good on the over there. Saints and the Panthers. Saints lose.
Well, when the Saints didn't go marching in,
They didn't. 22-14. Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers get their first win on the season. Still not very good on the offensive end. I think Baker Mayfield may have completed 12 of something and 150 yards again.
Let me ask you, what do you think the Saints coach, is he in the hot seat yet?
I don't know if he can be in the hot seat this soon.
All right.
I mean, he could be, but it's only 3 games in. And to be honest, the quarterback situation with Jameis Winston, you get what you get right now. He's putting up a lot of yards, but still throwing some interceptions, turning the ball over. Long story short, though, on this one is that running game with Alvin Kamara, he just does not look like he did 2 years ago before he signed the contract.
No, you get those running backs get those big contracts, and then they change their game.
Hello, Marion Barber.
If you look at, speaking of Dallas, the other running back, Pollard,
Yeah, he's due for one.
he is still playing like he's hunting for a big contract.
Hopefully that does continue. Tonight's game, and we'll talk about that too.
Woohoo!
Woohoo, huh? Oh, man, the one that gets me. Texans at the Bears. Texans had the lead here. Somehow the Bears amassed 23 points. Not quite sure still how that happened. The line was Bears minus 2.5. Of course, I took the Texans and the 2.5 points, thinking that really the Texans were going to win this game outright. And it looked good until the very end, and then the Bears win by 3. So that's a big wah-wah. Sorry, I had to get
Da Bears.
the Bears. Justin Fields, that offense still looks like a big bucket of what the
I think that's a yippity-dippity game right there. The next one intrigues me.
Now, here's the biggest WTF of the day.
I agree.
Although, I did say this. Colts seem to play them tough, have their number when they're playing in Indy.
You did. I'll give you that.
I still was a big dumb animal and said, I'm going to ignore that fact and go ahead and take the Chiefs. Not only did the Chiefs not cover basically a touchdown.
That big dumb animal, I followed you.
Yeah, that 5 points or whatever it was. They lost outright, 17-20.
That's sad. But I will say this. The Chiefs special teams, I think what's really got them off to a bad start. And it's hard when you're in the hole to get going again.
Oh, missing their kicker?
No, I'm talking about the muff punt.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Get that muff punt. It's like, well, it's hard. That brings stuff down right away. Brings, the morale down right away.
Now, don't want to overreact being 3 games in, but that was really disappointing on the road. Just a showing, not the fact that they lost, but just only 17 points for that offense. Just
they all seem to implode. The special teams imploded first. Then you got the defense. Then you got the offense finally that imploded. Can't win a game that way.
No. Speaking of not winning a game, they may not win another one all year. The Washington Commanders look like death warmed over. The whole team gets a WTF.
Yeah, I think I seen your post. I thought it had something about a dumpster that was on fire.
Yes. I mean, now the Eagles, this is going to get Preston all excited. The Eagles do look good. I'll give them that. Offensively, they look good, but the surprise to me is the defense seems to be looking good now. Just hold down here. The Lions scored a bunch of points on you. And then you turned around and you got a couple of not-so-good teams at home. On there, and then you go to Washington, which I wouldn't count my defense as a measuring stick against those 2 teams. But not only they win and they're dominating, 24-8 the score, and that 8 was a touchdown very late. Otherwise, it was, believe it or not, 24-2. A long stretch of time. I'm not sure anybody ever had a score of 24-2 in the NFL books.
All right, let me ask you this. So, looking at their schedule, the remainder of their schedule, who's going to beat them?
Are you talking about the Eagles?
Yeah, who's going to beat the Eagles? Yeah, anybody's going to beat Washington.
All right, you got their schedule in front of you?
No.
All right, well, let's put it this way.
You want me to?
Well, it helped if you were saying who's gonna, who's gonna beat the Eagles, right? I do think that Dak's probably not going to make the Eagles contest coming up in about 3 weeks. I think they play Dallas in week 6, maybe 7 right before their bye. And if that's at home, Dallas may not get a win.
All right, so.
All right, you ready?
I've got it popped up here.
All right, so
where are we
run
at?
them down there.
What is today?
Today is Monday.
The 26th. So on the 2nd, they're at home against the Jaguars.
Home against the Jags. Their defense is actually pretty good, but they don't have the offense to keep up, I don't think. So give Philly a win.
All right, then the Eagles go on the road and play the Cardinals, currently 1-2.
Boy, they look like a death machine.
Mm-hmm.
I would normally say they should and could, but they couldn't even keep up with the Rams, so no.
All right, then the Cowboys go to the Eagles.
All right, so Eagles probably win that one at home. Dak's not back yet.
The magnificent Steelers go to the Eagles.
Oh, jeez. Hopefully that's Kenny Pickett time and they have a chance, but if not, that's an L.
All right.
Or a win for them, I mean.
Yeah.
L for Steelers.
Then the Eagles go to Texans, who haven't won a game yet.
My goodness. No, they tied a game, but yeah, you're right.
They
haven't
didn't
won a
win.
game yet. That's
All right.
probably a W.
All right. Then the Commandos go to the Eagles.
Oh, boy. If they got beat that bad. All right, give them another win. They could be 8-0 at this point or 9-0.
Then you have the Eagles going to the Colts.
L.
All right. I'll give you that. That might be their first loss. That's November 20th.
Okay.
All right. Then the Packers go to Eagles.
L.
All right. And then you got the Titans going to the Eagles.
Oh, they get them at home, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give them a win there.
The Eagles. All right.
Yeah.
Then you got the Eagles going to the Giants.
That's usually tougher than they think, but probably a W. Yes.
Uh-huh. Then you got the Eagles at the Bears.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
2 W's.
All right. And then you got the Eagles finally going to the home of your brave, the Dallas Cowboys.
That's probably where they get beat.
All right.
Dallas would probably be in desperation mode at that point.
That's Christmas time. I'm still going with the Eagles on that one.
Oh, boy.
That's just a sneak peek. I'm not sure if that's a Monday or Sunday game, whatever. And then the last 2 remaining games, they have the Saints at home, or the Saints are going to the Eagles. The Eagles will have them at home.
Yeah, man. That's what, the Eagles are looking like 13-4 probably this year. Because the last game they'll sit everybody. They'll have the division wrapped up, and then that'll be an L.
Didn't I miss last week? Didn't I miss yesterday's game? Then you got the Saints the Giants at the Eagles for their last one.
Yeah, they probably just give up there.
Yeah. So there you go.
Save everybody.
They're gonna have a pretty powerful. That's gonna be tough to get them off of the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yep, you're right.
Much as it pains me.
It does.
Good thing.
Preston's going to be all excited.
That's right.
All right, speaking of excitement, Bills and Dolphins. See how that game ended?
I did.
19-21. Dolphins win by 2. Bills hurrying, trying to get into field goal range, get tackled inbounds. Time clicks all the way down to zeros before they get the snap off, and then, Josh Allen kind of wants to throw his helmet. The offensive coordinator starts smashing books up.
Yeah, he went nuts. Bush smashed his laptop or whatever it was,
Now,
Microsoft Surface.
The interesting thing about that game is if you looked at the box score and you hid the final score, Josh Allen throws for 400 yards.
Yeah.
The Bills offensively were 500. The Dolphins were like 283 total yards.
Yeah.
But yet they win by 2.
Yeah. Yeah, because Josh Allen's still number 1 in stats for quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah. So Bills aren't as impenetrable as you thought, but that's the one game I think I won. I took the Dolphins.
It might have been.
It's the one game. And I was taking points there.
Don't give away the secret.
Yeah, I won't.
Now the Dolphins are also the only 3-0 team right now, but they do face Cincinnati next week. So what do you think of that game?
That's on Thursday, right?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little later in the show.
All right.
Bengals at Jets, meantime, speaking of Cincinnati, had no problem with the JET. It's
This was
defense.
Yeah, this was a no-brainer. This game didn't surprise me.
No, 27 to 12. Yeah,
Yep.
so doubled them up, and the Jets really didn't look good. The offense did not look good. Bengals took a little while to get going, but once they got going,
No
the big
stopping
thing
them.
is, as T. Higgins took another good shot. Burrow was still getting chased around in the pocket, but the offensive line overall pass block better, but they couldn't get a run game going.
Right. That's right.
Raiders at Titans.
The Raiders.
Raiders tried to come back. At one point, they were really down like 24-10, I think it was. Turned out to be 24-22. Titans get their first win of the year. Derrick Henry looks like, he can catch a pass or two. I think he caught 5 balls, 4 or 5, for like 50-some yards. Ran well. Titans look like a different team than they did the first 2 weeks of the year. Will that continue? We shall see.
Yes.
The Jaguars at the Chargers now. This one pained me. Because
I don't get that.
When we picked, and I took the Chargers, I think they were laying 6 at the time. They said Justin Herbert was throwing the ball the previous 2 days in practice and that he was going to play. Well, he turned out to play. Did not look good, though. Like he shouldn't have played.
Yes.
And as they were slowly getting blown out here by the Jags, last time I checked, defense was still okay at the Chargers.
Huh.
Well, you let the Jags hang 38 on you. Not good.
Right.
But you're getting blown out, and you still keep your franchise quarterback in there just because he wants to hang in there with the guys.
Not a good move.
No. At some point, you got to go, we still got another 14 games this year to play.
All right. What about that coach? Is he on the hot seat yet?
I'll tell you what, if they don't get this funk out, because now they're 1-2, he could be. Yeah.
That's an expensive stadium.
Because before long, you got to pay Big Daddy Herbert. And once you do that, you can't afford other pieces. Keenan Allen, I realize, didn't play again, but still, I mean, you got to be able to do better than 38-10 on your own home field against the Jags. Jags are improved.
I was going to say, now we talked about the dumpster fire, a.k.a. Washington.
Yep.
How did the Jags get beat by them in week 1?
They were just warm. Actually, like I said, I think you could rewind the tape. I watched that game because I always root for the Commodes, Commanders, whatever they are. I always root for them to lose. Call it the Cowboy fan in me, but I watched the game, and Jacksonville had that game.
Yeah.
A drop pass, and then the pick that, was a bad thrown ball. But Jacksonville was moving it up and down on Washington that day and ended up with the L. That's the NFL for you, though.
That's right.
But ever since then, I mean, they've been playing a lot tougher than obviously last year. So that coaching change to Doug Peterson has made a world of difference, in my opinion.
You want to talk about pain in something. This next game pained me.
Falcons and the Seahawks. Falcons win this game 27-23. They were up basically 2 scores for a long time and then had to sweat this one out a little bit. What pained you on that one?
Falcons winning, period. We're probably going to hear about it Friday show. Because, as soon as a Falcons fan gets a win, suddenly they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I'll be right now saying don't even stop at the kiosk. I'll take that wager. Come on up here. I'll get whatever odds you want. Because that's not happening.
Yeah.
But they are scoring. Their offense is actually looking better than I thought they would be under Marcus Mariota as far as being able to score points. They scored in the 20s basically every week, except I think last week they were just under it. Or it might have been right at 20. I forget.
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson is running like he was meant to be a running back still, so a lot of things are happening there that at least they're not a knockover team. All right?
I give you that. They're not the Jets.
Yeah. You're going to have to play a little to beat the Falcons. Rams at Cardinals. Well, there's another loss, 20-12. The Cardinals end up getting beat at home again after having that furious comeback against the Raiders.
Yeah.
They look like junk again, just like they did in week 1 when they got stomped.
I expected more out of the Cardinals. I really thought this year I thought they'd be better than last year. And they're not. I'm not seeing it.
Here's the thing, and I don't know if he was told not to do it, if he took it as a business decision not to do it, but he's not scrambling and running around like he was.
Yeah.
The passing game is just, I don't know. I mean, I know DeAndre Hopkins don't come back till week 7. He's got that 6-game suspension. But they got Hollywood Brown. They got Zach Ertz. They got some young wide receivers in there to be doing better than what they're doing. But 20-12 was your final. Cardinals in a world of hurt. Usually they start fast and then end slow.
Yep.
When you start slow, that's
it's tough
not
to get going. Yeah.
Packers at Tampa Bay. If you didn't mind a whole lot of scoring going on, if you didn't expect that, then you got the game you needed. 14-12. A missed 2-point conversion at the end by Brady and the Bucks was the difference in this game. And realistically, they took a delay of game, and the play they had called looked like they were going to convert the two and a walk-in. And then you don't get it. Delay a game.
Now, how much do you think Mike Evans is hurting Tampa for not being there for that game suspension? Do you think that hurt?
Oh, yeah.
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 Enough to where you think they would have won?
Would they have won? I picked them. Of course, it was only a 1 point.
Right.
It was basically a pick-em game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you have Mike Evans in there. That changes your wide receiving core because without him, your biggest wide receiver was Perriman.
Yeah.
And then you had Russell Gage, which is okay. I don't know.
They finally stuck Beasley in there.
I know. Dollar Tree Beasley. He's
Yeah.
in there. But still, Brady, I know he's been used to working without receivers, but Mike Evans would have made a big difference, I think, in this game.
Yes.
But Tampa Bay offensively has not looked good for 3 games now under Brady. And he didn't throw for 300 yards again. 1 touchdown. Not a great performance for 3 straight weeks now. 49ers or Broncos, you want to talk about another offensive barn burner. How about this for a score? 11-10.
You know, I really loved in that game where the bases were loaded. And oh, no, wrong game. My bad. I thought that was a baseball score there for a second.
Yeah. It looks like a baseball score. No, Colorado Rockies kind of score, but still, nevertheless. 49ers had a couple of gaffes at the end. Garoppolo stepped out of the back of the end zone and gave him safety. But you know what? After watching what the end of that play was,
it's
a good thing because instead of 2 points, it would have been 6.
Yeah.
But the Broncos got 1 good drive and got a touchdown, missed a 2-point conversion, and then had to hold off one last attempt by Garoppolo.
Now, I know Garoppolo's stats probably didn't look good on paper, but a lot of those drop balls were right in their spoons. You got to catch the ball. Yeah. You know, I mean, some of that's not his fault. I mean, you put it on him. Those receivers should be catching it, or they get it. They take a few steps and carrying it like it's a loaf of bread.
They should. You're right.
It's like, what was that? You know, they got to do better ball control, and they got to catch the ball.
You know, the NFL loves it when there's parity, and I mean, it does make for excitement. When you still talking week 13, 14, and 15, and you got 70% of the teams in the NFL still logistically possible for a playoff spot, it does make for a lot more exciting football.
Yeah.
But right now it's kind of crazy because you only have two unbeatens, right?
That's right. 2 unbeatens.
Might be 3 after tonight.
Yeah. You're right about that.
But 2 3-0 teams, and they are not the Rams. They are not the Packers. They are not the Bengals. They are not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're not the Cowboys. They are Miami Dolphins.
This just in. Cowboys are still in the hunt for the playoffs.
Yeah, you got Miami Dolphins at 3-0. You got the Giants at 2-0, and then the other undefeated is
the Eagles.
Eagles. There you go.
The Eagles.
I couldn't say it.
I can.
Without throwing up in my mouth a little bit.
Nick's probably loving it too. Nick and Preston having themselves an Eagles party.
Yeah, here you go. You can have this one. Take it while you can get it.
I figure they're in the Hotel California.
Yeah, you can check out anytime you like, but you may never leave.
That's right.
All right, tonight that leaves one more game.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I'll
on
let
the
you
road
take this here.
to the Giants. Currently, Giants hanging out at that 1 point favorite. Basically, a pick 'em.
I had to check to see if you're wearing your Dallas gear today. I guess you're going to save that for Friday?
I tried to save
Start
it.
doing some shirt popping?
Might do it. Some shirt popping.
Huffing and puffing?
Huffing and puffing.
Right on.
Yeah. Over-under is 39, so obviously they don't expect a lot of points scored tonight, which is probably right because the offenses are a bit limited tonight. Still no word on Michael Gallup. They think he'll play, but if he does, he'll be on a limited count of snaps. And then that leaves you Cooper Rush versus Daniel Jones. Any initial thoughts on this game?
Well, I went and looked at the stats of this. If Dak was playing, no doubt, I think Dallas would blow him out. But I also think the line wouldn't be -1.
Yeah.
But I do think that the game will go over 39 because I think that I think 39 is a good spot. But I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to have to go with Dallas winning the game.
Is that more of a hope?
No, it's not a hope. I just I think Dallas' defense is better than the Giants.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's good. I think that's going to be the difference. I don't think it's going to be necessarily, a blowout of 2 28-21, but all scored by offense. I think there's going to be some special teams in there, and there's going to be some defensive scoring.
Yeah, and here's the key. The turnover battle in most NFL games usually does make a big difference, but tonight even more so because I don't think either offense can overcome, let's say, a 3-score game.
Right.
I don't think they have that kind of offense built into them against these defenses to come back from that. So I like the way Cooper Rush has been throwing the ball. Now, he should have had a pick 6 last week against Cincinnati. I know a lot of people forgot about that. I did not.
Oh.
For as well as they say he's thrown, every once in a while he does unbelievably throw it into double coverage. Doesn't get it quite far enough out on those out routes and lets a cornerback run underneath those. One of those times is going to burn him. Hopefully it ain't tonight. But I do like Dallas to win the game.
Uh-oh.
And I do like the under because I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of points. I think it's going to be like a 20-13, 20-14 type of game.
All right.
That's my prediction.
So the line's pretty close. I think they've got that line pretty close on the over-under. Yeah.
They do. It makes you think. You don't feel comfortable either way at that one. I don't, anyway.
Right.
But I do think it'll go under by a shade under a touchdown probably.
All right.
Thursday night
should be a great game.
That should be a great game. Miami travels up to Cincinnati. Cincinnati needs to keep building off what they had against the Jets, but guess what?
Huh.
This ain't no Jets coming to town.
No, it's not.
Miami Dolphins, and they are looking good. Now, there was some weird stuff yesterday. It looked like Tua got knocked out, wobbly. Everybody's up in arms, like how did he come out at halftime and start playing again? They thought he was in concussion protocol. So there's a big investigation going on. I don't think it'll sit him this coming week.
Oh,
but
man.
it'll be interesting to see if it really was his back that was aggravated, supposedly, and what that means for his starting status. So if Tua starts and he looks like he's basically as healthy as you can be for Week 4 of the NFL, Cincinnati's a home favorite by 3, but I still would take the Dolphins with that 3 points as of today. Over under a 47.5, I think it goes over. That's my initial thoughts.
I'll agree with you, but I'm going to put an asterisk on it before I buy my ticket.
All right.
You're right. If QB for Dolphins doesn't start, I'd flip it. I'd go Cincy, and then I'm going to go the under. If he starts, Tua starts, then it's Dolphins all the way, and it's the over.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
A good asterisk?
Yeah, because if Teddy Bridgewater. That would be the backup for Miami. So as far as backups go, that's probably one of the best backup QBs a team will have.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he could do it.
Of course, that line would probably be more like Cincinnati -5 or 6 if they put Teddy Bridgewater in there.
Now, we'll say this. That Thursday night game's only available on Amazon. And so if you don't have it at home, you can come to the Sportsbook here at Southland. We have it loud and proud up there on that big screen. Or any of the small TVs in here at the sports bar. So come down to Southland, and you can watch that Thursday night game on Amazon.
There you go. How about that?
That's a little plug for you.
Speaking of plugs.
Woo! Where are we going to start with this?
We have a disclaimer. First of all, when you have your GM on.
Yes.
And you're trying to pick against him, and you call him the not-so-average Joe.
Yeah.
You got to tank that.
Yeah.
You got to tank the picks. You got to let the Wookiee win.
You do, because, if you look right here, we both have it. See it?
Yes.
See the name tag? Yeah, see.
Let's get a closer shot of that.
Yeah, there's mine. Yeah, there's his.
All right.
The idea is that we want to keep these.
Yeah. So with all that being said, we want to throw up what happened while you talk about it here.
You mean for the points?
Let's put it this way. Mark and I did not have a great day. I really had a crappy day in the picks department.
Well, let's just go over what we did. Then we'll get to get to the what the total points are currently.
So I had Chiefs -5.5. Of course, they didn't even win. More or less cover. Houston +2.5, and they had that all wrapped up until the very end, but they lost by a field goal, so that lost. Bills -5.5. Well, you know what happened there. I can't believe I took the Bills. Why would I not? You sure I didn't take the Dolphins?
I'm positive. I wrote it down.
I'm pretty sure.
I wrote it down based off the video.
I'm going to look.
Go to YouTube and check it out.
Yeah. Anyway, they lost outright. Detroit +6. They held on to the win. They tried to choke it for me.
Yes.
Chargers -7, lost. And not only lost, got beat down. Cardinals +3.5. They got beat down.
Yes.
Marcellus.
I did my average.
You did. You got 2.
I did.
You took the Bears. You barely covered, but it's a cover.
It's a cover. A win's a win.
Took the Chiefs. They lost. Bills, they lost. Cincinnati easily won, so that was your second win.
Should have been my lock.
49ers lost.
Yeah, of course.
Because they were favored by 1.5. Had that been the other way, you would have covered by 0.5 point.
I know.
And then Tampa Bay lost by 2, going for 2.
Yeah.
They lost. They were favored by 1.
All right, hang on. I got to sit down for this one. I got to get kind of comfy.
All right, our not-so-average Joe, OC. There you go. All right, Cincinnati. He picked that. They won. The Ravens, -3, easily covered. Detroit, +6. They won. Chiefs, that was his only loss.
Yes.
5.5, they didn't even win the game. Bears covered in the back door. Rams, -3.5, won easily. So 5 out of 6 games that the big man picked, he hit.
And one of those was his lock.
Yep, so if I don't know if he actually bet that, but if you actually put that bet in,
That's right.
that would get him.
If we had a sweet treat thing today, that would be it.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're just looking at, take a look at the things real quick. So far,
He's whooping us.
average Joe's 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad week. I had, 3 or 4 after the first week, it seemed like.
Yeah.
I've been struggling, so I'm
You're
at 6
tailing
right
off.
now. Yeah. Moneyline Mark's tied up.
I'm steady Freddy.
Even with a steady Freddy, 2 points a week, he got me. The high risers only had 1 week, but we wanted to show how bad Nick sucked. He had 2.
That's right.
So-
Keep rubbing it in, Nick.
So
Yeah.
that's what you got there.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
So some people ask, how do you want to be an average Joe and get on the show?
Yes. How, Paul? How do we get on the show?
Well, come check us out here while we're recording, or anytime you see Mark. He hangs out at the sports bar a lot down here. Just say, hey, I'd like to be one of those average Joes. Talk to him. We'll get you on the calendar slate. Of course, you have to sign a media release because, we put this on the intranet.
That's right.
But outside of that, what do you get? Well, you'll get a T-shirt whenever they come in.
That's right. We do have 2 different colors.
Right. We do.
Many
And-
sizes.
And sizes. Yep.
Yes. Extra
What
small.
do they do if they beat one of us? Well, we give you a $25 food comp to the Southland Casino Hotel. So any place that takes money and cash, you can use this to pay for some food. If you
Yes.
beat both of us like Osi just did, we owe him $50. And hopefully he doesn't watch this because maybe he'll forget about it.
Yes. Hopefully he's so busy.
It hits our budget, which we have 0.
We better
for the
hurry up
show.
before he walks by and sees these lights on. Might spark a reminder.
It might. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right. They owe me something.
So, because we had best bets of the week and we both hit, where are we standing on that, Mark?
Well, we didn't hit the best bets of the week. We are you're 9-14, and I'm 8-14.
So that's still pretty good.
That's not bad, but have we hit one lately?
2 weeks ago. I think.
Oh, okay. Whew.
But that was about it.
I was beginning to wonder.
Yeah, it's been rough. And this week, just early looking at lines on NFL games doesn't look like it's that much better. I mean, it's going to be hard to pick probably 6 with a lot of confidence anyway.
Oh, I got confidence every time I make a pick.
Well, I can see it's false confidence if you're getting 2 out of 6 every week. Just saying.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, and anyway, that's the NFL recap here on a WTF Monday.
What the flippity?
Yeah, what the flippity floppities. On Friday, we'll record and have our next average Joe. By the way, next average Joe works with the Greyhounds on the flip side, but he watches some football, plays some fantasy football, claims to be a Falcons genius. So my odds are -150 that he actually picks the Falcons, whoever they play next week.
Yeah, you know what we say in the sports book.
Yeah, and it might even be his best bet.
We say in the sports book, bet with your heart. Bet with your heart.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that, how did we do with NFL games yesterday? There were a lot of favorites that won.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Kansas City, some of the bigger ones did not.
No, you're
Buffalo
talking about
and
the-
Kansas City.
Yeah, you're talking about the book. Book
Like
did
our
well.
retail.
Yep. Yep.
So
Did well.
That usually happens when some big favorites, like big name teams, Buffalo, Kansas City, when they don't cover, it's usually a big day for the book.
That's right.
When favorites win right and left, it's a very bad day for the book.
We're handing out that cash like it's candy then.
That is right. All right. So, anything else before we roll?
I've got nothing. My picks better be better next week, darn it. I bet you I get 2 points.
At least. Hopefully you can raise the bar a little to 3. Hopefully, I can just get off this 1-point streak here.
You got to get off the angle you're going at.
I am.
Because there's nothing left.
I swear I'll do better, Paul.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So, for Moneyline Mark, this is Point Spread Shane. Thank you for tuning in to the Odds Brothers podcast, and we will be back Friday before you know it with another exciting edition. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers podcast.
Are you not entertained?
Presented by the Bentley Sportsbook.
Hey, you want to make $14 the hard way?
Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.bentley.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and coming soon to YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.